Hi there. This video is introductory session of what is software architecture design means, its level of abstraction and the SDLC. Software architecture refers to the high-level description of the system structure and its various components and how these components communicate with each other, transferring the data to and fro. Software architecture is crucial because it shapes the system's robustness, flexibility, maintainability, and the scalability. You might wonder what is the difference between the software architecture and the design? The software architecture is high-level structure of the components of the system. As shown in the slide, there are three components: login module, transaction processing module, client API gateways that can be a part of a single large scale architecture. Whereas design is a detailed plan of how individual modules or the components within the architecture needs to be implemented. Transaction processing module might include some storage database, Java Python module which processes the transaction, and Kafka or the MQ service which sends an events to other modules of the services once the transaction processing is done. All this includes in a module design process. Architecture is what all components needs to be part of architecture and how they interact with each other. Design is how each of these components are constructed. To build a solid, large-scale architecture, you might need to design various components separately, but together it forms a system or the software architecture of your application. The software design process works at a different level of abstractions: method, class, module, library, application. Method: if you already have a running application, adding a new feature might need to be implemented at a method level, which takes some inputs, do some processing, and output some results. Class, again, adding a new feature to existing application might need to implement some new classes, subclasses to provide some additional functionality within your application. Module, a new module design process which enhance or supports the new clients or the functionality within your application. Library or the API. API library is designed which exposes the services, the interfaces to the clients to communicate with your application. Application, the highest level is the application. That is a large scale application design process, either from the scratch or redesigning the existing application. The lowest level is a method, and the highest level is the whole application. Uh, As you might be aware of the SDLC, that is Software Development Lifecycle, it includes the requirement gathering, analysis, design, implementation, testing, deployments, maintenance of the software. These are the different phases we have. So, as a software architect, we need to focus on the first two phases of the SDLC mainly: requirement gathering and analysis design. The requirement gathering does not simply include the functional requirements or the application requirements, but it also includes the quality attributes such as scalability, availability, performance, security, etc., and the system constraints like time to market, financial budgeting constraint, resources, or the staff requirements and all. Based on all these requirements, SLO, that is service level objectives, SLA, that is service level agreements, are agreed between the clients and the service provider. Software architect plays an important, crucial role in all these activities. We will discuss this in detail in subsequent videos.